So if I open the skeletal mesh, it just looks wrong because for some reason this geometry is upside down. You see the bones is kind of on top of the geometry. So that's something wrong. So I'm not really using this one. However, if I download the 13 megabits one and I drag it in, this one works fine. So I can show you just by simply delete this. And I drag the 13 megabits version. I believe that's the one I unzipped. Oh, by the way, when you use anything from the Sketchfab, make sure you read the license. Some author want you to mention their name as a credit, so just make sure you follow the rules. Mention name somewhere when you publish the project. Okay. So I will just simply use the 13 megabits version, which is 5 megabits for the geometry. I can just simply drag and drop. And when you drag drop, you have the option to, activate animation, right, which I have. And the skeleton mesh you want to just keep as a default. So import all. Then you should have the dragon show up. Right? However, this geometry probably do not have, I will clear the warning, it does not have the texture with it, but animation looks right. So what I will do is go back here. Right? If you look at the folder, texture folders, you do have these textures. I think these two are for the material. So I just drag both of them into the dragon folder. Right? Then I save all. Right? And then I can do something to add the material to this dragon. To save time, I will actually delete everything from this Dragon 2 folder because I'm not using it. Yeah. So just feel free, anything you don't need, clean it up. We'll delete this later. So now if I drag the animation, which is the blue, the green color one, to see the dragon right there, right? If I play, you should see the dragon animated correctly. However, the texture is not there yet, right? So the way you can just simply add, if there's something missing, this orange color, white color, is the skin for the dragon. So I will just using any of this, right? I will get rid of this color. Then I will drag the, this is called normal mapping. This is for the base color mapping. So if you drag it in, you can plug in this to base color. I drag this guy in, and I plug in this to the normal. So that's a typical way you can reassemble the material, and then you save it. Because we use the original orange color material, right? You see the material gonna show up there for the wings. I think the body is actually using the same material. If I drag it to the body, you see the body gonna actually see the white color there. I think this is some of the pieces. Yep. I don't think I need these two. I'll delete. Right. So anything you don't need, just get rid of them. Okay. So I have this really clean version of Dragon, and let me see if I can delete the old one. Yeah, I intend to clean the files. If anything you don't need, remove them from your project. Otherwise, your project gonna be super large, right? So you can delete the folder as well. All right, so I got this dragon. If I play, I will just do the probably superhero. So I do third person, right? And I play in a new window. Yep. So you have this this animation. Yeah, the dragon should be fun. Yeah, so that's how you got the animation in. Just keep in mind, you have to check which version you download would work the best. Sometimes there's deficiencies unless you know how to use Blender or how to use how to use Maya or any other animated program. Then you can manipulate these animations. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend you do it within Unreal. It just makes things a little bit easier if you use Blender or other tools. Also, by the way, I think for the shader, I mean, this is not a tutorial for shader material, but if you do want to play with these other settings, you can plug in this to metallic. You can make some of the scale looks very shiny. You can press M to create a multiply, maybe with 5. Then you plug in this into metallic. So you can sort of manipulate the look of the shader. And then I can docking this, save it. So you have this probably a little bit shinier metallic look for the skin. I think it's a little bit there. But again, this is something you can manipulate. So if you're happy with everything, then the last step you want to do is actually transfer this into your real project, right? So in this case, I will just simply, I would say, probably transfer the whole dragon into it. So I will right-click the animation. Oh, first I want to save the skeleton. Right. So I will close this. So I will right-click the dragon animation, which is the green one. Then I will choose migrate. Right. So this is something I already covered earlier. Where is that? See, actions, migrate. I don't care about the level. And then I want to transfer. Well, it goes to 18 Tom Dragon, but that's okay. And then I point right to my UHP meta content, select. So now it's all clear into another project. So now if I go ahead, reopen the UHP project in my GitHub, and I should be able to see the dragon in another project. Again, I think I probably repeat too many times, using an Unreal project as a buffer to testing your project before you transfer to the GitHub. So here, I reopen my project under 18 Tom. You see the dragon here. Yeah, so if I do want to use a dragon in this thing, I will just simply drag the animation, this green one, put it here. It's pretty big. So I probably gonna change the scale to 0.5, so make a smaller dragon. I don't want to have a huge one. And then if I play, right, I should be able to see the dragon right there. Let me see the material. The material is missing. That's interesting. Let me see why. If I go to details, right, you can see the this is the animation. This is the scatter mesh. Oh yeah, I didn't apply the material to other elements. Just make sure you drag all 3, then you save it. Right. So now you should have the material to the entire body of the dragon. Now you got the animated dragon. Anyway, I will leave the dragon in the lobby. I think this will be pretty fun. Yeah, I can go to other levels. I can go back to the start lobby level, then see the dragon there all the time. Okay, I think that's it. I will probably push this to GitHub so you guys could have it. So save all. Then I will push to GitHub. I think I don't have to repeat, how to do the push.